Oh, finally it is here. The Hulkbuster arm accessory parts. Check that out. Hulkbuster. Avengers. This is going to be very special. Hello, folks. Denobi2 here. Thank you for joining me once again on a visual tour. 5 years later, we are still talking about the Hulkbuster. Specifically, the Hot Toys Hulkbuster. Odd looking box. I brought out a regular Hot Toys box just for size comparison, just to kind of give you an idea how odd this particular piece is. But we kind of already know what it is. It's the arm. It is the Hulkbuster arm, specifically the JackHammer arm attachment that has been on pre-order status for what, 2 years now? I don't know. I've lost track of time since the current events, since the world fell apart. This is a nice distraction. I've taken a break off of making videos, kind of focusing more on work and such, and I definitely look forward to this unboxing, specifically a Denobi2 visual tour. This is neat. This is neat. First impressions out of the box. I like it. There is a 12-inch Hot Toys Iron Man suit. Again, for size comparison, because it's different. I'm not used to this. Just spending this type of money for a arm attachment on a Hot Toys diecast piece that went into pre-order status 5 years ago. God, has it been that long? 2015. I'm digging this box. I'm digging this box art. I'm thinking I'm going to try to incorporate. I'm not going to hide it. I like the artwork. I theorize I can use this. I'm not sure where, how, but I definitely don't just want to put it back in its brown shipper and hide it. I think I can use it. Let's get this bad boy open. Let's check it out. Let's open up the sarcophagus. Hope you folks out there have been washing your hands and keeping safe. Oh, this is neat. Hulkbuster accessories in plural. Meaning we're getting the JackHammer and then some. Ooh, shiny. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, I'm going to take a look at the Veronica pod. Look at that. Yeah, okay, so I didn't pay attention. I did not know that Veronica, wow, was going to be this small. Seriously, it's the JackHammer piece. I clicked on pre-order and I moved on with my life. I had no idea it'd be this small. Highly detailed, great paint application, paint scheme, everything about it. It's nice. I just thought, call me silly. I really thought this would be in scale with the actual Hulkbuster Hot Toys suit. So that was, I'm gonna call that a fail. I didn't know it'd be that small. It comes with a little base, a clear acrylic pole to simulate the, I guess, orbital response mechanism, orbiting as you would. Veronica, Veronica, throw me an arm. Now, what's interesting is that I have a Lazy Susan up there, which I'm using currently for the diecast Comic Cave Studios Hulkbuster, since that is the Hulkbuster's shrine, as you can see right there. Maybe I can use that Lazy Susan and have Veronica, although it'd be kind of a waste of space because Veronica is not very grand. It's not very grandiose. It's very petite. Ew. Yeah, Hot Toys. First shame on that. Yeah. All right. Let's get back to this arm. I'll worry about Veronica later. Let's get here. Ooh. Oh, I like that. I like that arm. Look at that weight. It's beefy. It's meaty. Feels heavy. Feels like there's metal components inside. I like that. And that is another attachment. That's, I guess, what you would do. That's the part where Hulk would stick his hand, and you would activate the thrusters and drag his ass throughout the city, South Africa. Instructions? Absolutely, I will be needing that. And let's take a look at this. Oh, I love the weathering. So the end component feels metal. Everything else seems more of a hard molded plastic. Does not look plastic though. Inside of it though it does. But yeah, there's I guess maybe right here There's a metal component there, which you would, I guess, attach. Everything else seems to be pretty rigid, hard plastic there. Let's get to the regular arm here. Now this feels like there's definitely metal joints and components inside of it. More of a hard acrylic plastic shell on the outside, but definitely there's metal components inside of it. Like the fingers there, little 2-toe sloth. I like that. Let's get those little foam components part. I like that. That's really, really neat. Like the little two fingers. Very simplistic. The arc reactor on there. I'm just kind of testing out the joint mechanism on there, or the articulation, making sure. You got to, just in case something is defective, I can quickly box it back up, ship it right back to Sideshow. This is, I want to say this was a day one pre-order. This was no doubt, no questions. I got this just a few days ago, and I'm off today, so I was able to focus on this filming and unboxing here. But yeah, right, it was like late 2018, I'm not sure. I want to say it's July 2018 this went into pre-order status. You know, it's been a while. Definitely been a while. I know folks I've seen on social media that they've started to get their Hulkbuster, an arm, so kudos for them during this end of the world crisis. I can't even say the name because I don't want my video to get flagged. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's neat. I like that JackHammer extendo arm feature on there. And you can't hear it click because I didn't connect the microphone. But I end up restoring the audio later on in the video. But there is more of a clickety-clatchet rank system on there that you can kind of play around with. And that is more of a steel joint on there. That's going to be cool. All right. Quit dilly-dallying here. Let's look at these instructions there. I'm going to tell you right now, I probably spent 15 minutes reading this. I knew this was going to be, you know, I would be turned into Tony the engineer, Tony the mechanic, and there's a lot of gears and pulleys and screwdrivers and whiz bangers, and I wanted to make sure I did not damage my little boy here. Absolutely. So I took my time. I typically don't read instructions, but I wanted to be sure because I had already preloaded my Hulkbuster with the Soap Studios soap reactor modules on there, little that is able to power it up with the remote control. And I wanted to make sure that I could repurpose the soap reactor connectors into the new arm. All right. So right here, I recognize that little hole right there. I'm gonna and that's definitely right. That's the hole I saw in the instructions, where you're going to want to stick your screwdriver. You want to stick it in, make sure it fits. And apparently my first screwdriver was too big and fat, so I had to grab a smaller screwdriver on there. And be careful. I didn't want to grab my power screwdriver. I didn't want to strip the screw just in case. I don't want to damage it. Now this little plastic piece here is a tool that is included by Hot Toys, and this is what you're going to use to push the plastic connector without breaking it. See, the arm is attached with that, you can kind of see it right there. I'm going to kind of show you. I'm going to flash a light right there. You see right there? You have to use that plastic tool, use a lot of pressure, and it's easier said than done. You want to be extremely careful. Push that plastic tip without breaking it. And as you're pushing in, then you would slide the arm out. This is definitely going to be one of those procedures that, as a Hot Toys collector, you're gonna want to decide on how you're gonna want to pose your Hulkbuster in long term. This is definitely a procedure that you're not going to be constantly doing. You're not going to be attaching the arm and then, oh, I'm bored, I'm going to repose it for something else. No, you really want to make or be confident. That is the soap reactor connector module there. I removed it from the original arm because I'm going to reuse that terminal there. Put it right here on the shelf. Not shelf, you know what I mean, a little table on there. Get that apart and make sure everything's set. And you want to study. Again, I paused here for a second. I kind of like this look. This is more of a badass look. the docking procedure. Make sure that as you're slipping it in, it fits in just right, and you don't break any of those plastic connectors at the tip. So docking procedures are away, easy. Be careful how you stick it in. All right, make sure once you put it in, it connects, and there you go. And wonderful, simply wonderful. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. It's like you're building a robot. So I did a quick cut, but I was clapping. I was proud of myself. I made it stick. Alright, put it up here. Alright, back to the instructions. Alright. The arm has 2 light sources, one at the hand and one on the shoulder right there. And this right here, the arc reactor there, is where I'm going to repurpose the soap reactor from Soap Studios, because I want to have that little bad boy light up. And bring up my, let's see right there. I'm going to bring up my little electric screwdriver here and get that opened up. I love the weather. I really love the weather and the paint weather and that Hot Toys does. It's cool. It's kind of neat that I get to revisit the Hulkbuster years later, and it kind of feels brand new again. Kind of just, it feels reinvigorated. Alright, and right here, right on top of the palm, is a plastic case in which you're going to want to use your fingernails. Don't use any sharp metal tools. You guys know that. I don't have to tell you that. Get the little batteries. Now, I'm going to use batteries on here. I'm not going to, I don't have an extra soap reactor connector, and B, this is not how I'm going to keep the Hulkbuster displayed. I'm actually going to keep it displayed with the open tubular where the Hulk can actually stick his hand. Essentially right now I'm just adding the batteries and making sure it works. You want to test your Hot Toys Iron Man suits. I don't care if you don't put the batteries in it or whatever, or it's too much work. Test it, because if you find out after 90 days that the light source does not work, it's too late to return to Sideshow. Testing the elbow. There's like an elbow articulated joint on there, which is kind of badass. I like it. I like that ratchet click sound on there. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's like a power arm. Nintendo power. You have the power. I like that. I like that a lot. This is cool. Alright, and this exposed chest right there, I think I'm going to leave that when I have it displayed. Pretty sure, because I kind of like it. It kind of looks like he's just gotten his butt kicked by the Hulk. And next procedure is switching out the JackHammer arm with the tubular mechanism, which is what Hulkbuster would use to hold on to the Hulk. You see right there, and that is a steel joint on there, which again I'm not gonna use like a power drill on here, because it's not like I'm changing battery flaps on here. Want to be careful about stripping some of those screws. Right there, look at that. That is a steel joint, and it slips right out. That's clever. Clever design, eh? I'm impressed. I'm very, very impressed on the overall design and paint application that Hanzo was able to do. I like this. And I'm going to keep it like this. Some folks may want to keep it with the actual hand. I'm going to keep it with the tubular. I'm going to call it the tubular feature on there, which is what Hulkbuster would have used to hold onto the Hulk. And I'm going to get that screwed in right there. But it's pretty easy. I think the hardest part about the arm swapping is that first step. It's using that plastic tool, making sure you don't break the plastic clip-ins on there. That way you don't lose the integrity. I mean, I guess you can still keep the arm on with a screw though, but I don't know. I'm just paranoid. But this is going to be the overall. I think that for now, this is going to be the permanent look right there. Just having it exposed. Yeah, because it's a lot of work. It's not very convenient. The additional arms and parts, I'm going to use it kind of, I'm going to leave it around the floor. Inside the module case to kind of make it look like Bruce Banner is working on it. To kind of give it that badass look. I love it. Lower your weapons. I love it. That shoulder thing, I'm going to add some cables on there. Give it a little bit more of a look like it's being worked on, like it's been exposed. Yeah, I'm not going to put the plastic shoulder parts back on it. I'm going to kind of make it look like the Hulkbuster is being refurbished. So I'm going to put it back in the case. And Bruce Banner and Tony have just returned back to the lab, and Bruce Banner is kind of reassessing the Hulkbuster, which in my mind he's going to resalvage into the Hulkbuster too. So this is how I'm going to have it set up, and then I'm going to use the Lazy Susan. I'm going to use a Iron Man stand, and I'm going to use it to prop up the original arm and have it spin. That'll be the look. Bruce Banner will be there displayed. Tony will be in the Mark 45 suit. I want to say. I think that's the Mark 43, Mark 44. That's the Mark 44, or yeah, Mark 42, Mark 43. It's one of those. Leave the comments below. I want to say Mark 42. Yeah, that's the Mark 43 suit. Yes, Mark 43, and then the Hulkbuster would be the Mark 45 or 44. Oof. Goodness. It's one or the other. Oh, the shoulder arm, the shoulder reactor lights up with the Soap Studios soap reactor, and this is it. I like it. This is really cool. I really am overall happy. I have the additional arm on the floor. There's parts on the floor. I'm using the Lazy Susan there. And I may use a different base to have that arm rotate, but I do like the idea of the arm kind of being propped up horizontal like that and spinning. It's pretty neat. Well, leave your comments below, like, subscribe. I hope you guys are washing your hands and staying safe, and you know what? Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting the channel. See ya!